All right, everybody, we are back, and it is Thursday. We're back over here on this now we're doing the neighbor's lot after we did the front yard for the original client. So back here behind the house, and I came over here and looked at this yesterday, and then the client's not here, but I just had to call him and just go over a few more things with him. But let's take a quick look at what we got. Let's look at the setup, and then we'll get started. Okay, got a little munch back here, and put some fuel in it this morning. Just touched up the teeth again really quick this morning, make sure they're nice and sharp. And so what we're doing here is, so he's got this kind of flagged off. That caution tape right there is as far as we're going, kind of down the line here. And then he's got some things like these swamp magnolias and a couple of little trees back here sectioned off that he wants to keep. And then the rest of this stuff we're just gonna kind of take down and clear out, make it look nice around these bigger trees. And you can see how wet it is back here through here. And all this is just all wet. Looks like where this water is drained out of there, maybe come down through here. So the Mini is going to be real nice for doing this. I would have preferred to come in like this and do everything and pulled the machine in this way. So I'm throwing the mulch either left or right parallel with the yard, but because of all this, I would just rut all this up and make a muddy mess out of the yard back here, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to throw a little bit of mulch out here into the yard, but I got the blower, so we'll just have to make do with what we've got and then just blow it all back up in there. We're going to have to do what we got to do. So, but the rest of it will come down and we'll make it look good and try to keep as much of it in here as possible as far as the mulch, but we'll just have to see what happens. I'm going to start here at this corner and go this way, so at least the discharge will be mostly going back out that way. So hopefully we keep most of it in there, but some of it's going to fly out here a little bit. We'll just have to do what we do. All right, let's get her started. Well, this job just keeps getting wetter and wetter. It is wet. I am in some soup back here with this ground. It is a wet, mucky mess underneath this root mat. But we're making some progress through here, luckily. A lot of down trees back in here. Especially there's a couple of big pines I had to grind up. Took some time to grind up. Got another, it's like a red maple or some or gum tree that's dead right here. I got to grind up on the ground too. Not too bad on the progress. We're just over a little over an hour or so. Let's get this holly tree. Here it feels like trying to work around the trees that we want to take and then some of the stuff they want to save. The skid steer would not have done this job at all. Oh my gosh, the skid steer would have made a mess back here trying to do this job. It would not have worked at all. I am very glad I have the Mini to be able to do this job. Make sure you guys can see. Got some red maples here to take down. Oh no! Right on the machine. Come on. That's not cool. Ay, ay, ay. What a mess. Sharp teeth make a world of difference. I'm going through this stuff with these sharp teeth. I just touched the edge of them up this morning and they are cutting. Especially because most of this is like hardwoods, like these maples and stuff. They're pretty tough to cut and we're going through them pretty easily. Holly tree. mulcher back over the ground where you put a rug, it'll try to just smooth it back out a little bit. Make it look nice. Now we got to get over there into that corner right over here. Figure out how I'm gonna get into there, get those trees out of there next to that big tree. Alright, what are we taking down next? We're gonna take this tree down, and then we got another red maple there. That big one's dead as a hammer. It's got to come down. This one's. Alright, let's see if we can't knock over this dead red maple. Here we go. Oh yeah, there she goes. Come on down. Alright. Oh, that went well. Alright, let's clean up this mess. We'll keep moving on through here. We're almost to the corner, and make this look good and see what it looks like. didn't last long. Oopsies. We'll back it up just a little bit. right, let's take a look here. So one of the things they wanted me to do, if I could, was they had a couple of pine trees that fell right here that were dead and rotting, and he's like, man, if you could grind up those pines, that would be awesome. So I was like, well, let me just see if Big Munch can't take care of that. We can do it without making a mess, because all this is wet right through here, but this is a little bit of high ground here. And once I started grinding up that tree, got a little bit of a mulch mat here, was just kind of able to stay on that. And yeah, that looks nice. No ruts, no mess. So got that cleaned up through there. A couple little branches over here, clean that up, and then we'll walk over here into the backyard. So I had to be careful through here. This is the leach field for the septic. I just tried to stay here as close to the trees as possible. And this is the backyard. And we were gonna do that whole left side, if you're looking at the front of the house, the whole left side over there. But he only wanted to pay for 4 hours with the skid steer, which is about 5 hours or so with the mini. So this took me right at about 4 hours or so, 4.5, and then I kind of cleaned that up right there with the skid steer really quick for him. So all this in here turned out really nice. This was a job for the mini, no doubt. In here, this was a mini job. This would not have been a skid steer job, even if it would have been dry. I think the mini was the better option in here, and I tried my best to, when I was coming out, to just kind of smooth out the ruts a little bit and clean it up in here, and not make too much of a mess. But this turned out really nice in here. Bit of a wet and low spot here. I just kind of went back over with the mulcher and just kind of smoothed out the ruts, so none of that'll hold water. And the reason this, all right, so I kind of told him, I said, I got a lot done, more done over there than I did. It took me a lot longer in his little section here than I did over there. And one of the main reasons why is because there were some other pine trees in here that were dead and that had fallen this way. Like one was right there that just took a lot of time to grind up. Little Munch can do it, but it was just time consuming to get those things ground up and get them chewed up. And there was like 4 or 5 of them in here. And then back here was just a big mess where whoever did the land clearing or dug this ditch just piled a bunch of stuff up. There were trees leaning. This was a mess right in here, just dead stuff laying down. That took him a lot of time to clean all that up. And then we just cleaned up this little corner here next to this little parking area. So I just started there and just kind of cleaned. They wanted me to clean that up with the remaining time that I had. And then I've got some more stuff to do for the neighbor. So I said, hey, I'll be back if you want me to do the rest of this on another day. Probably take me 3 hours or so to do the rest of that. It's like 3-4 hours to do that section in there with the mini. So, but this turned out really nice here. This looks like a park, and I'm really happy with it. The mini was the perfect tool for the job to come in here. Kept most of the discharge back out that way. Really didn't throw anything out into the grass, which was nice. So that worked out well. So hope you guys enjoyed that. A little bit of little Munchie, a little bit of big Munchie, a little bit of everything, and this turned out nice. So they're super happy with everything. They're gonna have a lot more space back here in the backyard, and that'll be nice. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. More stuff to come, and I will check you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.